girl. I went.
Lady K, are you ready?
I know she ready.
Key, are you ready?
Stay ready.
Bayou Diva, let them know that you're ready.
It's Thursday night, they at it again. You got it locked into the ladies then. It's Lady K, Kiki too, plus the Bayou Diva. You know how they do. From breaking news to favorite foods. She was popping in the city, hot topics too. Advice for your issues if you need to grab a tissue. Just wait till a break, they may say something that'll fit you. Amazing guests live on set. You can laugh to your heart's content. They appreciate the love cause it's truly a blessing. My name's Saga Boss and I approve this message. Ain't no room for hating, enjoy the entertainment. You are locked in to the ladies' den. So there's no confusion, they love what they're doing. You are locked in to the ladies' den.
The Ladies Den, Thursday nights, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell them Saga sent you.
Hey, we are in the building, baby. We are
We are
in the
in
building.
the B.I. I mean, wait.
B-U-I. B-U-I. L.
And I ain't even started drinking yet.
B-U-I-L-D-I-N.
We are in the building.
In the building.
Thank you guys for joining us. I'm a little bit back. What up, though? Hey, Saga. I'm a
What
little bit back, but this
So you a
voice
little bit back.
it's getting there. It's getting there. It's getting
Okay.
there. So, what's up, Nick? What's going on, girl? How was your day? What's going on?
What's going on, lady? You know, today was a day. I'm not gonna say that's not a bad thing. It's just one of those things where hey, Soccer Boss, I'm just now looking at comments.
Mhm.
When I have to do something that is a little complex or a little perplex, I tend to internally crash out. You know how you see people that crash out externally, like you see them doing whatever or
Yeah.
saying whatever. I do
Uh-huh.
all of that in my head.
Oh,
So
how you do
whenever, because I internalize a lot of stuff anyway.
that? Mm-hmm.
And so for me, it's just automatically I am just thinking, oh my God, this is hard. I can't do this. I don't know how to do this type thing. But it's just all to myself. But then once I do that, and then I take a moment and say, now, Nisa, you got this. Let's just calm down and look at this and see what it is. And then I figure it out and then I'm fine. Then I go like, okay, it wasn't even all of that, but I have to go through that process. I have to. If it's something, especially if it's something I've never done before. So basically I had two things going on at one time that was like both of them were like, we got a deadline for here, we got a deadline for that. And I'm like, ah! And it was two things that of course I had never done before and was, taking instructions. Okay, you got to pull this up, you got to do this, you got to do that. And so it's like it took me a minute. But anyway, I got it. And so it was a good day. And so yeah,
It was a good day. Well, at least somebody
it
had
was
a
a
damn
good
good
day.
day.
It was. It was. How was your day?
Just busy as always, always driving, always in the goddamn car.
Hey,
Just
in the
always
new car.
in the
In the
new
new car.
always doing something. So, but it was good. It was good. I'm here. I'm breathing. I'm blessed, and I ain't got nothing to complain about. So,
I know that's right.
as you guys know, you want to talk about what you want to talk about after we do our little intro.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Kat, we're gonna bring you in just a second. As you guys know, every week we try to feature a different beverage. So if we are looking for beverage sponsors, so if you would like to sponsor a beverage, water, tea, alcohol, whatever you have, make sure you hit us up, and so we can feature your beverage on the show and give it a review and all that good stuff. So
Mhm.
tonight, y'all, I'm drinking on my favorite the favorite is my tequila rose.
Oh shoot. Okay. Okay.
So I got if you've never tried this is you gotta like creamy drinks. It's a liqueur.
I don't like
So
cream.
it's creamy and it's really sweet. Hey Denise. It's really, really good. It's really good. So that's what
Hey,
I'm drinking
Denise.
tonight. I don't know what happened to Kat. She got kicked out or something. I don't know. I'm only drinking a little bit, y'all,
She
because this
may
stuff
be.
is strong.
Is
It
it?
is
I'm not a
very,
big
very
fan of
this is
creamy.
what it looks like. It looks like milk, but it's actually kind of
Yeah.
pinkish. You can't really tell on the
I
thing.
see it. Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
see it.
yeah, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So I'm gonna drink it a little bit because I got patience to see in the morning. So I'll just drink a
Oh,
little bit, just drink a little bit.
She gonna be all right in the morning, y'all. Don't worry
Just
about
a
it.
little bit. What you drinking on this K?
So this I'm gonna show you a little bit. Look,
Mm.
absolute vodka, and in the cup is the complete cocktail, but that is some absolute vodka with a little crystal light mixed in there. So that is the cocktail that I am.
Crystal Light?
Yes, remember I told you. And I don't have one of the things with me, but we do the little crystal light packs. It's the
Uh-huh.
energy powder. You can just put
Yeah.
in your water.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Crystal Light.
And that one is a grape that I have in there.
Oh, so you done made up a damn cocktail. Okay.
Well, you
All
could
right,
put
for the
vodka in
absolute. Uh,
anything.
all right, absolute. I'll send us some bottles so we can shout y'all out every week. If that would be nice.
Okay, absolute. We need a sponsor. We need a sponsor. And y'all see that third person down there? It don't say Kiki. No, it says Boss Cat, Queen Diamond. She is in
Mhm.
the building.
In the
I'm
in the
in here.
building.
She is
So
our special guest for today, and
yes, she
looks
is.
like she wants to tell us what she's sipping on.
My
What?
favorite Canada Dry honey
Uh-oh.
ginger ale. Going down real nice and sweet.
Okay, sis, you
She
sound like
got
a
that
robot.
ginger ale,
You
right?
sound like a robot, so we
I
can't
think her
understand what you're
signal.
saying.
She says she got that Canada Dry ginger ale. Is what she got.
Oh, but she
That's
frozen.
what she did. I think that's why she dropped out the first time. It's a signal because with this platform, if you're not on Wi-Fi, it will cut a fool. Well, it'll cut a fool even if you are on Wi-Fi. But it'll,
Let's see. Let me try to bring her back in.
yeah. Okay, there she go.
No,
Wow.
I don't see her on my end.
Her screen is black, but like her
I'm
name,
here.
Yeah.
she
Can you see
she's there. We can't see you. We can hear you.
Well, let me go ahead on and read this introduction about Miss um Catrice Austin Fields.
Mm-hmm.
But tonight we're gonna talk to her about surviving stomach cancer because she is a cancer survivor.
Hallelujah.
And we're gonna talk about her new empowerment event that she has coming up called Her Strength.
Okay.
So we're gonna talk about that
Thank
whenever
you,
she
Bob.
comes back. But
Yes, she is.
let me go ahead and read her introduction. So Miss Catrice Austin Fields, known as Boss Cat Queen Diamond, is a global leader, community advocate, and creative force whose life embodies resilience and impact from the boardroom to the community and on any stage. As a stomach cancer survivor, she stands as a symbol of strength and faith, using her story to empower women worldwide. As the founder of both for profit and nonprofit organizations, she has devoted her leadership to humanitarian, philanthropy, global advocacy, and creating platforms that inspire change. Catrice is an entrepreneur and career driven executive, multi talented author, public speaker, actress, film director, and music artist who fuses her artistry with her calling as a woman of God to uplift communities and transform lives. Her movement, her strength, is more than a book. It's an experience to unite women of every background into healing, empowerment, and purpose. So let's welcome Miss Catrice Austin Fields, Boss Cat, Queen Diamond to the stage, Catrice. To the
Hey,
den.
everybody.
Hey,
To
what's
the
going
den. To the
on?
den. To the
Hey.
den.
Listen, I'm
Yes.
traveling, y'all. I'm traveling, but I'm in here. I'm on
I
my way to
know.
you
I know.
all
You
in the
feeling better?
ATL.
You feeling better?
I'm doing better. I'm doing
Okay.
better. Yeah.
That's good.
I-
That's awesome.
So I'm glad we got you on here tonight. I'm not glad it's a different type of cancer, but I feel better that it is because other cancers always get so overshadowed by breast cancer in October.
Right.
So people don't really address the other things that are going on, the other cancers that are out there that people are fighting through and living with. So it's an honor to have you on here to talk about it. So tell us a little bit about your story as
Um,
far as the cancer is concerned.
as far as the cancer is concerned, I never knew that I had it. I kind of stumbled across it because I was doing a filming at a hotel. And while they were filming, we were doing the birthing of a book that I had collaborated with some other ladies. And we were sitting on the edge of the bed, and all of a sudden, the bed hits the floor, just on my end. I fall down off the bed. My ankle hits the bottom of the bed. We're in the Hilton Hotel. And you all know that the Hilton Hotel bedrooms are normally nice rooms. The bed
Right.
just hit the floor out of nowhere. My ankle has swollen. And so I waited a week because it was still swollen. I went to the doctor for my ankle. But when I went in, they told me that my blood level was extremely low. So that's one of the signs that you know something is going on with you when your blood level is extremely low. And they were so concerned, they wanted to make sure I wasn't bleeding on the inside. So they ordered an endoscopy. And a lot of people don't get endoscopies. And actually, to be honest, it was my first time ever hearing of an endoscopy. So they sent me to the doctor to get an endoscopy, and they seen something. They did a second testing, did a biopsy, and I received a phone call I'll never forget on a Friday evening telling me that I had cancer. Imagine getting a phone call on a Friday. You have the whole weekend to ponder on this, and then they tell you someone will call you on next week to go to the Cancer Institute, that I would be going to Winship Cancer Institute. I was in disbelief. Um, that year, I had just had a friend that passed away from breast cancer, another friend who was still recovering from surgery from having breast cancer. And now here I am. They're telling me I have it. So yeah, it was a very hard pill to swallow, but I had to continue to move forward. There was a lot of things going on that year. That particular year, there was ATL's Hottest was going on, and I ended up winning Ms. ATL's Hottest that year. This was in um, 2019, and so they called me and told me that I was going to have to wait to get the surgery in January because the only person that could do the surgery on me had went out of the country. I had stomach cancer. I didn't even, we're all familiar with breast cancer, different prostate cancer, but stomach cancer, I had never heard of anyone having stomach cancer until after I received it. Um, well, I ended up having to go through the chemo. I had the surgery done in that January of 2020, which was the same time the pandemic hit. So my immune system was very weak. When they went in and did the surgery, I couldn't eat for 4 months. So I had to drink liquids. So I was on a liquid diet. So imagine going from a size 12 to a size 2, not being able to eat any food because of my intestines. They had to remove part of my intestines, a slither of my pancreas, and a partial of my stomach. So I had to get a juicer, and I had to use kale, spinach, pineapple juice, just different things that I could juice. So I did that for 4 months. Then they started me on puree, when you have to churn that food up. So it was just like being a baby all over again. And then for the next month, I did that. Then they started me on soft foods. But I'm telling you all, I was on 14 medications because one, the chemo pill was making me sick. I had to stay on that for a year. I had to go get my blood checked every week. Every week. Imagine having to get your blood drawn every week for testing. I had to get a CT scan done every 3 months. It was very rough, but I made it through. Um, and during that time, my sister friend, she's like a sister to me. See, sometimes God allow you to go through things because you don't know who's coming after you. And me and her are like sisters. Pam became very sick. She's always been there for me, but she could not be there for me during the time frame I was going through because she was sick. So while I was going through, I wanted her to go to the hospital because I was worried. Sure enough, she had stomach cancer too. What are the odds that she had stomach cancer as well? Hers was more aggressive than mine. Um, but we went through it together. We strengthened one another. And that's how I ended up um, birthing her strength, is remembering all of the things that I've been through. And especially the cancer. That cancer changed my life. It made me look at life differently, to understand that we have to do everything that we can do while we have breath in our body. It is not only hard for the person that's going through it, but it's hard for the family members that have to care for you. I had to have round the clock care. I couldn't even wash my own behind. I couldn't even lift myself up on a bed. I had to be lifted up to be placed on the bed. It was it was something to deal with. I was depressed. I had become very depressed during that time frame. I had a business that I had to continue to run. So, having to deal with all of that, and in a pandemic. So I had to depend on people to do things for me that I wasn't used to, especially being an independent person. But we also have to be mindful that those that are caring for us are just as emotional as we are. They may not be going through what we're going through.
I think she froze. Uh-oh.
Strength is not about, it's not about falling. It's about rising every time you do. And so I was falling going through that cancer, but it was the strength that I got from God that helped me to stand strong and get through it.
So did they
And so
tell you
I just
how it came about, or did they even know?
um they really didn't know. But what they did tell me was we have to be mindful of eating chicken and beef. He told me the safest meat to eat is fish. But if I could just eat anything at all, he said that he would prefer I would eat nothing but vegetables and fruit. Fresh vegetables and fresh fruit is what he
Oh wow.
stated. Um, he said because with the chickens, he shared with me how the things that they give the chickens that they eat, a lot of chickens you'd be surprised are having strokes, heart attack,
Hmm.
have high blood pressure just like we do. And so when we eat it, we're taking on their ailments as well. So that is why he told me that it's best if I could refrain from eating meat. Because I always thought, well, chicken or turkey would be okay. But he said no. He said the safest meat you can eat is fish and then vegetables and fruit. That's exactly what he
Yeah,
told me. He said if a lot of
absolutely.
cancers come from a lot of different meats. And also he stated to me processed food,
Yes.
canned goods. We shouldn't be eating canned goods or any type of processed food that are in the stores because
Yeah.
those things causes cancer as well.
Hmm. Yep. I don't buy canned goods anymore.
I don't either. I don't.
No more.
Mm-mm.
No
But I
more.
used to.
Oh, all the time. All the time. Cabinet full of it. Yeah. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean,
So
I've actually seen videos where there's animals with cancer and they'll cut it out and still process the food, but they don't realize that it's still there.
right.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Eh,
So, it's a lot of different types of cancers that people are dealing with. Blood cancer. Um, I have a nephew who's going through blood cancer right now. So
mhm.
I feel like they should do just cancer awareness. Not pinpointing on one like you all are doing today, which is awesome.
Mhm.
To talk about, there are different types of cancers outside of just breast cancer that people have no idea that they have it. They're walking around with cancer in them and they have no clue
None at
because
all.
most of the time you don't think to get those tests. Like it was nothing wrong with me. I was having the normal fatigue. I had my business in Perimeter Mall during the time. I had another location in Sandy Springs, and so an indicator as well. And so I was getting it. I was on the TV sets. So having to do all of that, I felt like the reason why I'm tired is
Because you've
because
been
I'm
running.
working so hard.
Mhm.
But it was not that at all. Hadn't I not fallen, it took the fall for me to find out what I was carrying. And so sometimes we have to be mindful about things that are going on with our body and not just assume that we're tired because we're working. You have to get checked. You have
And
to get checked.
and I talk about this on our show all the time. You have to pay attention to your body because you could have a headache, but it could be something wrong with your legs.
Hmm.
You could have a backache and it could be something wrong with your head. So every sign or symptom does not necessarily mean it's that particular space in your body that's affected.
Right.
It could be something totally way, way off.
Totally up.
So
Nauseousness.
yeah, yes, you
If you're
got
feeling
to
like you're
pay
nauseous all the
attention.
time, yes, you need to
Yeah,
you need to
yeah,
get checked.
yeah. You have to get checked out. And I know you said you got through this because you had support from your friends and support from your family, but like before you got that support and before you had to go through all of the medications and all of the treatments, when you got that call, what was the first thing that went through your mind?
I thought about my children, to be honest. I thought about, if something happens to me, what are they going to do? Are they prepared? Am I prepared? You know, um, all of that crossed my mind. And so I really was in shock. It didn't really hit me till I was walking through those doors and I seen Cancer Winship Institute. That's when it became real for me. So, and let me tell you what's was so ironic. When I received the phone call, my both my daughters and my son happened to be visiting me. At the time, my son was in college, so he was visiting me from Georgia State University, and my two daughters happened to come by, and I get the phone call. It was almost as if God had orchestrated it all. Okay, and so I literally had to share this with them immediately. I waited for probably 10 minutes, thought about what he just said to me, thinking about, what about my children? What are they going to do? What am I going to do? What am I prepared? All of this going through my mind, and that's another thing. People need to have life insurance. You need to have your business in order. Because you never know. We all came to this world, born and birthed into this world with a purpose, but we all have to leave here one day. Are you prepared? Because many were not prepared, and I thought about that. Am I prepared? Have I prepared my children for this? So I had to go in that living room and sit them down and talk to them about it. It was very hard to do, but I had to keep my composure because I didn't want them to see me falling apart. Because your children. We know our children. We know who can handle it and who can't handle it. And if they see me fall apart, and I had one in particular who is, I call Miss Drama Queen. But I went in there and I shared, with them, and they just, of course, they broke down crying. And I told them, it's going to be okay. I said, it's going to be okay. I said, but what I need y'all to do is I need y'all to go home now because I need some time to myself. But I said, but everything is going to be all right. I told my son, I don't want you worried. I want you to finish college. I do not want you to be worried about this. Everything going to be fine. I said, I'm going to go next week. So my oldest daughter, she said, well, Mom, I want to go with you. I said, that's fine. But my drama queen was torn all to pieces. For Mama, you can't leave me. I mean, just carrying on. And, I didn't make light of her feelings or anything. I comforted her. I let her know that I'm good. I said, you forgot who I serve. I serve a big God. So I had to talk to her like that. And sometimes you do. And I ended up praying with them before they left. But that's how that day happened. And when they left out that door, when the last one left out that door, and I locked that door, let me tell you something. I fell on my knees and I cried out to God and I said, Lord, why do I have to go through this right here? And that's just the honest truth. I said, why? And you start thinking like, okay, Lord, I've sown these good seeds, I've sown those good seeds, and God said, why not you? Haven't I taken you through many other things and brought you through? You don't think I can bring you through this? And if I don't, haven't I been good to you? So sometimes we have family and friends that make it, and sometimes we don't. And then we have to look at ourselves. Sometimes we may make it, but sometimes we may not. And we have to ask ourselves, have you done everything in your life that you wanted to do? It doesn't matter how old you are. I started thinking about that. And I said, Lord, if you get me through this, every single thing I want to do in life, I don't care who has a problem with it. I don't care how old they think I'm too old to do this or do that. It don't matter to me because life is so precious. It's so beautiful. Regardless of everything that we face in life, life is precious. And so we have to enjoy it while we can. We have stressed about so many things for too long. We've stressed over people. We've stressed over what we don't have. But God said, make the best out of what you do have. Be grateful for what I have given you. And you can truly, when the old people used to say, you can make something out of nothing, you truly can make something out of nothing. It may be nothing to somebody else, but it can be everything to you. It can take you places where you never dreamed you'd be. And I have been experiencing that in my life. So I don't worry about a lot of stuff anymore. I've learned that's why, I did the Her Strength was because it was a journey of healing, a journey of forgiveness for me. And people need to understand when you forgive people, I can choose whether I forgive you and continue to talk to you or not, or I can choose to forgive you and be cordial to you. That's my choice. So if you want to compare it to anybody else, that's not my problem. Forgiving someone does not mean you have to even stay in the same circle that they are in.
Yeah.
That forgiveness is really for you. Forgive yourself, forgive them, move on with your life. That means you're not holding on to it. When somebody bring them up, you're not getting angry anymore. You're not getting frustrated every time you hear their name. That's when you know you've truly forgiven somebody. If you still getting angry, you haven't truly.
Yeah. 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 Well, no, yeah. Mm,
That is
mm,
so true. So, so true.
mm.
Mhm.
My God.
Yes.
So
So in,
I
in in this process, you say that's how her strength came about. What were you doing at that moment, or what was happening at that moment when you said, "Okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to call this, and this is how I want it to go."
I had started writing in a journal when I was dealing with the cancer. I have a bunch of journals that I've written since 2020. And I just kept writing in those journals, writing in those journals, writing in those journals. So some of the things I went back to look at it and I said, you know what? I had strength to get through all of this. I said, you know what? I'm gonna call this her strength because it ain't just about me. It's about all of us. And if you look at her, there's a he in her too. A-E and then H-E-R. There's a he and a her in her strength. So stay tuned for his strength that's coming through. Stay
Okay.
tuned, stay tuned. But I thought about it and I prayed about it and God just started giving me the vision for it. And then I said I'm gonna write a book called Her Strength and I'm gonna talk about real life issues or situations, traumas and deceptions and things that people have done that would make you not want to forgive. Um, and so that's what I did. When I started writing the book, which is this book right here, when I started writing this book, in the beginning, I talk about things that happened to me from my childhood. So this is the book. I started writing about things that happened to me in my childhood. I shared some very um, hard things that I shared in this book. Um, even as I was growing up, it was certain pieces that traumatized me to the point where it affected my life into my adulthood. And so I wanted to share some of those things with people because we have to break open that space where we can openly share these things to help other people that's still carrying it. And because they're carrying that stuff, it is causing health issues. Number one, they can cause cancer, worry, stress that stays stuck on the inside because you're too embarrassed to tell somebody what you really went through. You know, you think people are not going to look at you the same because you're supposed to have this certain image before people, because people only see what they see now, but they don't see
Mhm.
your scars behind your smile.
Mhm.
They don't know what it took for you to get to where you are today. All they see is what you are, you know, and people can misinterpret who you are. They can misjudge you,
Mhm.
but they really have no clue the type of heart you really have. But you've had to get in protective mode because of what you've been through in your past. And so I wanted to be very open and very transparent so people can understand it's okay. It's okay to tell your truth. It's okay not to be embarrassed about what you've been through. Yes, you can be a very smart, intelligent, you know, strong woman. But what people fail to realize is that sometimes the strongest person can be the weakest person in certain areas.
Oh
And
yeah.
they think that because you're strong, you don't need anything. Or they think because it looks like you have everything that you don't need anything. And that's totally
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, she cut out. She'll be right back, y'all. Just because she's driving, so she'll come. She'll come right back.
Right. People just see what's happening right now. They don't know what
Mhm.
you went through to get to where you are. That
To
is so
get
true.
to get to where you are, and not only that, people don't see, like she said, the struggles,
Mhm.
the things that you have gone through. They
Right.
don't see. I'm trying to add her.
She back.
Oh, she back.
Mhm.
Yeah, they don't see that. All they see is that smile or that bubbly person. And a lot of times people are so into themselves, so they don't take the time to even want to get to know you on that level.
right.
But then so many people are so guarded because they're worried about judgment.
Hmm.
So they don't let people in that way. So, it's hard to determine who you can be vulnerable with,
Yeah,
because today's time people are just they so cruel. People are just
yeah,
so cruel.
they are.
And this is why we have the mental health issues that we have. This is why we have the suicide rates and everything that we have, is because society and people make other people feel like they have no outlet,
Mhm.
and
Absolutely.
everything that's going on in the churches and all this kind of stuff. There's so many people that don't want to go to church.
Hmm.
And I personally, from the stuff you see on TV, I don't blame them. I go to church. But there's some people who feel like I don't need to go to church with
Yeah.
all of the things that the pastors and the preachers are doing. I can't make them go, but I can just tell them that you don't have to go every Sunday, but you need to step in the house of the Lord sometime.
That is true.
You ain't got to go
It's a
every
lot of
Sunday.
believe it or not, it's a lot of unhealed people in church now.
And that's
And
why
because
people don't want to go. You would be surprised at the number of people that tell me, why should I go to this church and this is happening or that is happening? They all over the news. They sleeping with little boy. I mean, it's the stuff you hear. And it's sad because it makes some people not even want to believe in a church at all. But my thing is, God is everywhere. You don't have to be in a church. He's everywhere. He's in you. But I still feel like you need to go in and worship every now and then. You ain't got to go every Sunday. You ain't got, just go and listen. But if you bring God with you and ask for that spirit of discernment, he'll tell you. He'll let you know. He'll weed out the stuff you need to hear
Yeah.
and
We
what you
are the
don't need to
church.
hear.
We are the
So,
church. But
right, we
he
are,
wants
but
us to assemble ourselves together in the
right,
sanctuary, to get that word to build us up. But they missed the mark that it's really out in these streets. Because if you're not healing, you not in these streets being a light to people
yeah,
and helping them get through some of the situations they are getting in, because we're supposed to help the brokenhearted. We're supposed to be going out there to the prisons to help them when they get released so they can start a new life all over again, to
hmm,
help them be rehabilitated. That's what I talked about. Psalm 61. It literally gives you instructions. Not Psalm 61, Isaiah 61. It literally gives you instructions on an assignment, a
yeah,
purpose,
yeah, yeah, it
you
does.
know, and it tells us what we're supposed to be doing. Like, we really are supposed to be standing together. But it's unfortunate that people will look at your scars as a shame, and it's not for shame. It's survival. Your scars are a symbol of survival, not a symbol of shame.
Right, it
And you
is.
cannot allow people to make you feel that way, because people gonna say and do what they want to do and say what they want to say regardless of what you do. You'll be trying to kill yourself trying to please people. The only person you should be trying to please is God and yourself. God first. Please God, then please you. Because if you can please you and you can love you, then you can love other people right. The reason why people do not love the way they're supposed to, because they don't love themselves. And they have not sought God out first. So, we cannot worry about what people think and do or what they say. You can't run around chasing lies. I'm telling you, you're going to wreck yourself. You gonna wreck yourself
Yes,
trying to chase behind lies. People will make up stuff on you. People
yeah. Oh,
crazy. That's why do you think we have mental health? We have people on different levels of thinking. I tell people all the time, you can't expect them to think the way you think. They won't. They were not developed the same way you were developed. So sometimes you just have to let people know, set some boundaries, because we can control our environment, our space. We have allowed people to overstep their boundaries in our life. We can control where we go and where we don't go,
right,
so
absolutely.
we just have to. I've just learned now to pray about everything that I do before I do it, and prepare myself for whatever, for the good, the bad. All of it work together anyway for the good. I don't care if it's good, bad. It ain't always the enemy that causes things to happen. Sometimes God allow things to happen too.
Absolutely. 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 But then you have those people that say, why would he do that? Or why would God do that? Why would he make me suffer? Why would, he's God. He's supposed to bring me out of this. He's supposed to help me. But if you don't go through something, you can't help nobody and you don't have a testimony. So it ain't all just gonna come to you. You got to believe, first of all, and then
Mhm.
you got to go through something to come out of it. But what do you say to those people who say that, like, God don't, and I've heard this, God don't love me because I'm going through this. Why am I going through this? Why would he put me through this? So what do you say to those people that come to you and say, I've prayed, I've done this, I've gone to church, I've speak consult, I've did all of this. What do you say to those people who say, I'm done, I give up because I've done all of this?
Yeah. Well,
So
I
what do
felt the
you say
same
to those
way.
people?
I felt exactly what you're saying when I told you when I shut that door and I asked God why. Because I was deeply rooted in God, in church. I sowed seeds, I paid tithes, I helped people. I couldn't understand why I got to go through this. But what I've learned is that God allow us to go through some things to push us into our destiny, to birth some things out of us. to be there for somebody else. Like I said, I went through the cancer first, and my sister told me, she said, had you not went through this cancer before me, and I seen your strength, because that's what she told me, I seen your strength. That's why I can't get past to her strength. She said, I seen your strength, and that's what made me live. She said, that's what made me fight, because I seen how you went through it. She said,
Wow.
because I wouldn't have made it. She said, that's why God let you go before me. And I'm looking at her like, what? So, you know, I honestly believe that God, first of all, he is God and can do anything he wants to do because he is God.
That's
And
right.
he is our creator.
That's right.
We wouldn't even be breathing the breath that we have now if it was not for God. So he put us here on purpose to do his will, his plan that he has for our life. And then he gives us the desires of our heart too. So sometimes the word of God says he puts no more on you than you can bear.
Right.
Right. But I also believe that he allows us to go through things for the simple fact, because her strength got birth. The ladies then got birth.
Mhm.
Hello.
Yeah.
Everything that we have done in life, the pain that has caused us, it has brought on a new level of strength in us, and it has birthed something that is of purpose. What you all are doing right now is of purpose. It was birthed from
Yeah.
someplace, you know. And so I know for me, and I believe this for everybody else that go through anything in life that want to give up, I tell them, no, don't give up. Because if you give up, then you're going to miss what God's trying to birth out of you. You're going to miss the assignment, the purpose that you have in your life. You take that pain and you turn it into purpose. Turn it into something great, because you never know how far it can go if you don't give up. It doesn't always happen for everybody in a month or 3 months or a year. Sometimes people have become so successful 20 years down the road. You know why? Because they didn't give up. Even when they fell down, they got back up and they persevered through it. So if you can persevere through the pain, if you can go through whatever obstacles that you face in life, then trust me when I say you will reap some great benefits if you do not give up. It may get weary sometimes. You may have to crawl on the floor. You may have to roll on the floor, roll on your bed. You may have to cry in your car, pull over to the side of the road. I've done all of that. But when
Mhm.
I say where God has placed me today, I don't tell everything that God has done for me to everybody, because everybody can't handle it.
That's
But
right.
what I do know, what God has placed me in, I would have never imagined when I was going through that cancer that I'd be where I am today. I'm When I say God has me on a global level, when you at a point where you are consulting people in Hong Kong and China and Dublin, do you think that I ever seen myself doing that? No. But all of the pain that I've been through, it was all to build me up for a time as this. Because you got to be a strong person to talk to people out of the country.
You gotta be a strong person to
you
talk to people in the country,
you got
but
that
even
right.
more so out the country.
So imagine out of the country. This is totally different. It's a different culture, especially on a business level.
Right.
You know,
Right.
it's a different. It's different, and you got to be strong to be able to do that. And so
And
I believe that it's strength in our pain. And I actually have that tattooed on my back. I had it tattooed on my back, not even knowing that I was going to, before I went through the cancer.
oh wow, wow.
But it's on my back. Yeah. Where there is pain comes strength. It's tattooed on the top of my back, across my back, not knowing that I was going to go through what I went through. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, it's expensive. Going through cancer is very expensive, you all. Um, they when I had to go through the surgery, I had to put up $8,000 just for them to start the surgery on me. Now, what if I didn't have it? My bills still had to be paid. The medication was expensive. Some of those medications were $1,000. You have
Oh wow.
you have to try to get medical assistance, and then they want to see all of your financials. It was a lot. And so some of these people, that's why whenever I have an opportunity through my nonprofit, I try to raise money, or sometimes I take the money out of my own pocket and I donate, because it is hard and it is expensive going through surgery, taking these medications, getting MRIs, CAT scans, and those. I mean, I had to do it for 5 years, because they don't. The first 5 years, as a matter of fact, y'all, January 7th, 2025 was my 5th year being cancer free. And I give God the glory. When I say I give God the glory, so now I only have to go to the oncologist once a year. Versus me, it was one time I had to go every week, then it went to every month, then it went to every 3 months, then it was every 6 months, and now it's once a year. They count it as you getting out of the dungeon when you hit your 5th year mark. But 5 years cancer free this year. So I'm excited about that. And actually next month is stomach cancer month. And I had came up with the little saying, no stomach for cancer, um, shirts, that I had, that me and my sister wear together. And we normally go when we go speak and talk about no stomach for cancer.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So tell us, tell us about the Her Strength Empowerment event and what we could expect at your event.
Ooh, an experience. An experience. It's not just an event, it's not just a movement, but it's literally going to be an experience. It's going to be different. On that Friday, we're going to do the panel is going to talk about their scars behind their smile. And because we want to break the ground for other women to be able to share as well, to ask whatever questions they want to ask. Of course, the questions will be anonymous, so we're going to give them an opportunity to put their questions in a bowl, and our moderator is going to pull those questions, and the people on the panel are going to answer those questions for them, whoever chooses to answer that question. But in the meantime, while we're doing that, we're also going to be doing a canvas painting of our feet. So it's not going to be the regular canvas painting that people normally do. We're doing foot canvases, because it's about our journey, it's about our walk. And so that's why we're going to do foot canvases. So it's going to be a canvas talk going on with the panel, the canvas painting. Um, of course, we're going to have music, we're going to have food, and we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a performer that's going to be performing as well. So I'm excited about Friday night. We're just gonna have a good time that night. Of course, I'm gonna be giving away um, some things. So I have some VIP bags for those that show up. Have some special things also for the panelists and the speakers as well. Also on that Saturday, we'll be getting up early for breakfast, to meet each other for breakfast. Then we'll go to another venue, and we have 4 speakers that'll be speaking on that particular day. We'll have refreshments there. We're going to have our confidence walk. We're going to also be doing a mirror. I'm not going to go in detail what that's about, because you got to come if you want to find out. But we have a mirror that we're going to be doing as well, because the ladies are going to see other women's strength. I see her strength. They're going to be saying that before that day is over. And then that night, we're going to have a um, photo shoot. We're going to put on our power outfit. We're going to go out to dinner together that evening. And then the next day, we'll be getting up early in the morning. We'll be on the beach doing yoga and our affirmations. And then we're going to also have a prophetic um, word on that day. And they'll be having these power words that they'll be walking on this fabric in front of the beach on Sunday morning, and then we'll end it with our strategy circle. So it's about business. We'll be ending it with the business strategy. So we're going to talk about how to build wealth, how they want to, do different and new strategies in their business if they already have a business, and if they want to start a business, they're going to get the steps to start their business as well on that circle on the beach. So it's different things that's going to be going on that whole weekend. I can't tell it all, but that's
Mhm.
a little bit about what's going to happen
So
at the Her Strength Experience.
tell them when it is and where they can go to find tickets.
It is November the 14th through November the 16th. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, it starts at 5 p.m. To 9 p.m. Saturday, you can do the breakfast. If not, it starts at 11 a.m. until 2, and then again that night at 6:30 p.m. until, and then on Sunday, 7:30 a.m. at the beach. So you can get your tickets on Eventbrite. Also, you can go to my page, Catrice Boss Cat Queen Diamond Austin. My page is public, so if you go up there and you scroll down and you open it up where you'll see Her Strength or me talking about it or the flyers, you can click on the link in there. I have a bundle special that's going to be ending soon. So if you get the bundle special, you'll get um a book, you'll get a t-shirt, you'll get a ticket to come to the Her Strength Experience. And so um you can get that bundle for $60. And then also, if you go to Eventbrite, it's a la carte. So if you don't want to get a book or you don't want to get a t-shirt and you just want to do registration, then you can do registration for $25 through Eventbrite. So it's a la carte on Eventbrite. $25 for the shirt, $25 for the book, and then $25 for the t-shirt. Now, again, you can get all three, which is $15 off for a special, and you can get the registration. You get your Her Strength shirt. Can y'all see that?
Mm-hmm. We can see it.
Okay, the Her Strength Experience shirt. But I have some other special things that will be given away. As you can see, this is a journal that says the Her Strength Experience. The three things that we'll have each day. The first day, as you'll see here, is to reclaim, which is reclaiming your life back. So that's what the first day is going to be about when we do our canvas talk and our panel. Um, and then the canvas painting. On the second day is redefining yourself, redefining who you are. And then the third day is rising up again to be the best you that you can be, the best version of you that you can be. So that's on the ink pen that comes with the journal. And of course, we have tote bags as well that has the Her Strength Experience. So everyone that do register, they'll get a tote bag that says the Her Strength Experience as well, with some goodies in that particular bag. And again, if you want the book, you can order this book on Amazon. It is available on Amazon as well, but it is at a lower cost if you go to Eventbrite and purchase it, or if you show up at the Her Strength Experience. You do not want to miss it. We have
And
some powerful speakers.
my sis told y'all all the information, but what she did not tell you guys that it is in Miami, Florida.
Oh, yeah, I'm so
It is
sorry.
not in Georgia. It is in Miami.
Y'all
So
heard me
y'all
say
might
about
want to
that
come out and
beach.
get y'all
Y'all
last
know.
little opportunity to be on the beach. And I am one of the panelists
Yes, you
that
are.
will be speaking on Friday night. So get your tickets. We're gonna drop the link a little later and I'm gonna send it to Nisa. That's my engineer right there because I don't know how to do
Okay.
none of this stuff, okay? None of it. But
It's
Nisa dropped
already in the
the
comments. It's already in
oh
the comments.
look, see. She already on it.
Oh,
She
she
done
is
dropped
on it. She
everything
is on it.
in the comments. So y'all listen, y'all don't want to miss this. I've been actually talking to my sister about doing a tour with this. We ain't really went into no details or nothing like that, but I really think this is something that needs to be heard everywhere, everywhere, because everybody is dealing with something. And I like the fact that she's going to do a his strength because everybody, always focus on women, but the men are hurting too.
Mhm.
They have things going on too. They have things they need to talk about, things they need to get out, and they need a safe space as well.
They do.
So I can't wait till she puts that together and get that out there. But if anybody have any questions for my sister, y'all can go ahead on and ask any questions, Kiki, Nisa.
Ask.
Y'all got any questions?
Hey, Kiki, Nisa. Ask away. Ask whatever you want. I'm an open book.
Y'all ain't got no questions.
I don't have any questions. I just say I've been blessed by this interview. Um because I don't know if you saw me, but I'm over here. I got the church head,
Okay.
just the church bobblehead, just yes, because everything you said, yes, ma'am. Yes, and ma'am. Yes. But I
And
don't have any.
I've experienced Kat. I've experienced her on another level. You know, I was actually honored by this beautiful lady a couple years ago. Totally blew me again. Like you say, you just never know when you're out here doing the works.
Yeah.
You just never know who's watching and who's paying attention.
Yeah.
And like I said, it was such a beautiful experience. The event was amazing.
It was.
So yeah, I've had firsthand experience with this beautiful lady right here. So
Thank you.
And I know we didn't really talk about this, but sis, you got a graduation coming up. Can you tell us about that real quick? And
Oh,
then we're gonna go
yes.
back to the
So, y'all, I am going to be graduating on December the 6th with my doctorate. So, I'm excited. I'm excited about this. This has been a very awesome year. It's been a blessed year. I've been able to accomplish some great things. And I'm telling you, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to God. And I want everybody to know that whatever you want to do in life, you can do it. Like I even so I did. This isn't the only book I've done this year. So I've done 2 books this year. Another one called Beyond the Sale. I've released 4 songs this year. I got promoted
it's
this
my
year.
birthday. Hey, it's my birthday. Okay.
So yes, it's been a great year, but I'm really excited about graduating and walking that stage. December the 6th.
We will be
Dr.
there.
Catrice, listen, I'm saying it already. Dr.
That's right.
Catrice
Speak it,
Colston.
baby. Speak it. So Denise says, how do you handle multiple duties as a working woman, wife, and mother?
How do you handle it? Time management is important. Time management is important. Prioritizing what is what should be done first. Because I'm a
Yes,
wife,
I'm gonna ask you
I'm
that.
a I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, I'm an auntie, I'm a cousin. So imagine I have different people calling me, and then I'm a business owner, and then I have a corporate career, and I have my own time for me too. I had to learn how to make time for me. So what I've done is I've created like a schedule for myself. Um, when it's time to shut things off, my husband and I had made a decision that after 8 p.m., no business. People had become too comfortable contacting us after certain hours when you have to shut that time off. Hello? Huh? Any toes hurting right now? But after 8 p.m., no, that is our home time. That's our time. And even my kids, unless it's emergency, don't be calling me because you don't have nothing to talk about. You had plenty of time to talk all day. half the time, half the
That's
time,
B in
all
the
they
back
want is
talking about, you need to talk to Quana. Amen. What? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Be quiet.
but yeah, it's all about so for instance, let me give you a scenario of a day. When you wake up first thing in the morning, this is what I've started doing for myself. I wake up in the morning, we do our prayer together, take my shower, get dressed. I know I gotta go into the office. I go in the office. I already have everything lined up of what I'm supposed to do for that day. I'm not going to add nothing else in that day if it's not already scheduled in that day. Now, if I get a phone call from somebody, if I can answer, I'll answer. Or I'll text them and say I'll call them back. But I'm going to schedule my time to get all of that in before I get back home. Because when I get back home, I know I got to either cook or clean or do something. I may have some work that I may do outside of the corporate world. So I'm going to have that scheduled too. But it's all about writing the schedule down. You got notes in your phone. You got something that say notes. You got a calendar in your phone. You got reminders in your phone to utilize. These are things that are important that you have to take the time to utilize for yourself. And you have to set boundaries. Cut that phone off.
Like Denise said, what do you consider a proper balance, though?
A proper balance, setting time frames for whatever you do. Um, you have to, so for instance, if you know that you got doctor's appointments on a certain day, then there's certain things you're not going to allow in that particular day. You already know what time you got to go to work. You already know what your routine is on your job. If you're an entrepreneur, you already know, okay, I have this many clients. How long is it going to take for me to do this particular job? What's the time frame it takes for you to do your show? You schedule your day. Nobody else can schedule it. Only you can manage your time. So you have to figure out that balance by looking at everything that you do. What I did was I wrote a list of everything that I do, even those pop-up calls that you get, or those friends that call, or them sister friends that call, or whoever. You have to set a time frame for yourself. So in order to do that, you have to write down everything that you do. And then you're going to sit down and you're going to say, okay, from this time frame to this time frame, this is what I'm going to do. From this time frame, I'm going to do this. You have to do that. It ain't going to just come out your head. You have to write it down. Write the vision, make it plain. And then you work that vision. But you have to be able to stay within the time frame that you have set for yourself. Go outside. Don't go outside of that time frame. Yep. So prioritize what's important first. All of the other stuff, you can fit it in if you can fit it in, but only do your priority, the priority agenda that you have. Do that first. before adding anything else to it.
So,
Even set a time frame for when you're gonna go to bed every night,
oh Lord, child, that'll
when you're
never
gonna
happen.
exercise every day.
Wow. Well, I remember something from the first mental health retreat, and I grabbed this folder so I can tell you. I know
Please freeze up.
Kiki and um, um, Nisa probably remember this. In the mental health retreat, the um, the counselor was telling us about things.
Get nuts.
I was saying that I had the counselor at the mental health retreat was telling us about certain things, and I'm gonna just show y'all this paper where it says, like you said, Kat. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna write down the things that you have on your plate, right? And then after you do that, then she gave you this paper. So you're gonna write down what's expected of you, what's optional, what's important, what's necessary, and what's vital.
Mm.
And this will get you to break down like some of the things we do. And my list, I ain't even finished it, but look at my expected list compared to everything else. So this is
Wow.
everything that people expect me to do. Only three things was important. Everything else was just what people expected of me and what's optional.
So
So I
have you
really think,
followed it? Have
girl,
you
hell
tried
no, I
it?
can't follow that thing. Girl, please. I'm gonna have to make that a New Year's resolution. But
Listen, but it works if you follow it. I promise you, it'll change your life.
and
And
it
it don't. It
probably
ain't nothing
will.
easy.
But you know what? Then I'm always feeling like, oh wait, I forgot something. So I do have to do this. Or wait, no, I gotta do this. Wait, let me oh and and yeah, then it goes back to so I actually ran across this folder the other day and I said, I'm not gonna do this. I ain't gonna do it to the first of the year because right now I got too much stuff on my plate. I can't even divide nothing right now. So I said the first of the year, I'm gonna do that. But I think people should do this though. You should write down everything, and this could probably help you with a schedule. Ain't that something? I be telling people stuff and I don't even do it. Ain't that something? That's
And
just
if you don't want to
dirty.
write it on paper, just type in your search bar notes and put it in your notes. You can have it right in your phone because you know you're
Mm-hmm.
always looking in your phone. So you can put it in your notes and you can just click on your calendar, hit that
Yeah,
plus sign, type
yeah,
this, and put your time frame in, and it'll send you a reminder. You have to do those different things.
yeah. And I mean, it's a lot that she gave us, and here she gave us a breakdown really of what each thing means. Like expected, like what it means. And she gave us a breakdown of what everything means. So that gives you a better way of doing things. And she had the making time for you. Who has time? Who can make time for that? Ain't got no time. So what would you say to a person who says, like me, girl, I ain't got no time for me. The most time I got for me is to get a pedicure. That's it. And when I'm getting a pedicure, I'm still on the phone. I'm scheduling appointments. I'm still so really and truly it's not time for me. So what would you say to somebody who says, I got all this stuff. I don't have time for me.
What I would say to them
Hmm.
is that you're going to have to make time for yourself. How important are you to yourself? And if you don't know how to do it, is there someone that can support you to help remind you? Because it's people that have people that remind them. They literally pay people to remind them to do things, or they just have a support person. So you have to discipline yourself to do it. Nothing that If anything that we want to happen in life, if you don't learn how to discipline, self discipline yourself, It's not going to get done. I can't tell you there's a way to make somebody do something. It has to start within you first.
Yeah, I know. It happened one day.
Unless you got
Listen,
that, unless you got that money, you can pay somebody that'll be more than happy to get you in order, to keep you
To
on
get
top of
her
your
in
game.
order,
look,
we talking about that one over there. No,
yo, baby.
but
Listen,
I
we
just
do
seen.
have a
I
question.
just.
Go ahead.
yeah.
Oh,
Teresa
that's what I was
said,
about to say. I seen the
yeah.
question that you popped up.
Yeah.
She said, you mentioned caregivers going through when a loved one is sick. My husband has been diagnosed with cancer. Thank God we have excellent health care. However, are there resources for me to vent, get advice, etc.? It is mentally, emotionally, and physically exhausting. Well, first and foremost, I'm gonna answer a part of it. You need to come to my mental health retreat. But she can answer the question as far as resources for loved ones that are caregivers. So, Kat,
Yes. Yes. So, yes, there are a lot of resources out there for caregivers and support groups that you can go to. You can vent. They can help you, also give you a break. There are resources where they will come and sit with your husband so that you can, even for a weekend, so that you can get out and just get away to regroup. So those there are I can what I can do is I have a whole list of resources that I can share, and put in once we're I'll be able to put it in the comments, right? Will I be
yes,
able to put it in the in
yes,
the chat? Yes, I'll put those support groups in the chat for you so that you can come back and look at the chat. But there are definitely a lot of resources available for caregivers. And I understand what she's going through. I've been a caregiver as well, um, and it's not easy. And even now, um, well, my uncle had colon cancer, and I took care of him until he took his last breath. So imagine he had a colostomy bag that I had to clean out, and then he had a bed sore from when he was in a nursing home, and they didn't take care of it, which is why I ended up getting him out the nursing home. So imagine having to feel that, it was deep. And you have to turn these patients when they're like that every 2 hours. They can't stay on one side too long.
yeah.
And so because they didn't do it right, I can I still get choked up thinking about it. Um, it's hard as a caregiver, you know. I had to learn how to roll him over, change the sheets up underneath him, roll him back over, making sure that he had a good bath. And another thing is this: sometimes you have to do things you wouldn't think you would normally have to do, because my uncle would have never imagined that I would have to give him a bath. As a man, he was
Yeah.
a man's man, and a
Oh,
lot of men have a lot of pride. When somebody has to come in, that's emotionally disturbing to them. It's
yes.
mentally draining to them, and they become depressed. It's Depression is a real thing. It's a
Mhm.
real thing. um I know I'm a caregiver now, but he doesn't my husband don't have cancer, but he's going through diabetes, he's going through neuropathy, which is a lot. you know um Numbers going all over the place. So being a caregiver is hard.
Whew,
It's hard.
yeah. But also, Miss Teresa, you can go to like there's so many Facebook groups because like I'm in so many caregiver groups on Facebook for dementia and Alzheimer's. Like there are groups like on Facebook that you can go to, and within those groups, they tell you certain counseling people, certain places like they meet and have, you know, meet nights where you can meet and vent and things like that. And they have a lot. It's so many resources out
It
there.
is.
So either you can go to like either cancer.com or caregivers.com or something like that. There's so many resources out there. And
And
a
they
lot of
have
times
another
we
one
don't
called
know.
Cancer Support Community Atlanta.
So they use ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you can even find those groups on Facebook. And there's a lot of therapists in those groups, and they do like some of them do free counseling, some of them do. So you just got to kind of look around for that as far as like wanting to vent and get more information. Believe it or not, these groups have so much information because they're sharing what they've gotten for their loved one. Because
Yeah.
we got so like dementia and Alzheimer is definitely not my thing as a nurse. I did work on the Alzheimer unit for like 3 weeks. I couldn't do it no more. I was done. Anytime I had to go in on the floor on a unit and y'all gotta lock me in here, no, I'm done. Mm-mm. Nope. No, 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 no. So I don't really know. Well, I know a good bit about it now that we're taking care of mom who has dementia. But before I didn't. So it's yeah. Look into some of those, and if you can't find anything, you call me, Teresa, and I'll look up some stuff for you. But
Well,
it's
I'm gonna
so
put it in
many
the
good stuff.
chat. I'm gonna put all of them in the chat that I do have for Georgia.
Okay, okay. So yeah, we'll put it out there. It's so much support. Um, and then Teresa, I wish you could come to Miami to the Her Strength conference, women's empowerment conference. It's gonna be excellent because you probably could use that break and use that um information too, and just have that moment. But y'all just it's so much that could be said. It's so much that was said, but like she said, don't give up, don't stop. There's information out there for any and everything that anybody might be going through. There's something or some group or somebody out there that is going through the same thing that you're going through. You just gotta want to get out there, want to look up the information, and want to get the help or whatever you need. So I think we lost Kat again. But okay, okay. So y'all, Kat, I don't know if she's coming back, but yep. Y'all got any questions? Anything to say?
No, I don't. Mm-mm. But thank you for coming as always and blessing us with this information. Definitely appreciate it.
You are welcome. Thank you all for having me on. I really enjoyed speaking with all of you. And
Mhm.
I was trying to put this in the chat, but I guess I'm gonna have to, after I hang up, I can just type everything in there. Because I really want to make sure Teresa get the information for the support groups for her.
Just
Okay.
just inbox it to me and then I'll put it in there.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Okay, awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. But thank
Anything
you all so much. I
anything you
really
want to say?
enjoyed.
Anything you want to say before you
Um,
go?
I just want to encourage all of you that are out there, um, and know that you're not alone. I know that dealing with cancer is a lot, for many that have experienced it, and as well as for the caregivers. So it's important to support one another, but it's also important to have someone that you can talk to, um, that you could just be free to say what you want to say, and don't feel like you're going to hurt anybody's feelings, because believe it or not, there are some things that a caregiver goes through that they may not necessarily want to say in front of certain people, and that's just being honest. Because if we're gonna talk about healing and getting through certain things, we have to be real about it. And they get tired. There's a lot of caregivers that literally are tired. They don't want to do it anymore, but they, because out of love they keep pushing themselves to do it. And it's okay to feel that way. I just want you to know that it's okay to feel that way. And you can get through it. And it's going to be all right. Just know that you're not alone. Everything you do, you can do it in her strength. Believe that.
Amen. 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 Amen.
All right. Well, love you all. I
We
have
love you too,
enjoyed.
sis.
Be
Thank you
blessed.
so much. Thank you so much. We'll have to have you back soon.
Okay.
Talk
All
about
right.
this album you got out. We'll have you back to talk about that at another
Hey.
time.
All
Love
right. All right.
you.
Well, y'all have a good night.
Okay. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
All right,
That
ladies.
was totally awesome.
Yes, yes,
Yay!
yes, 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 yes.
Yay!
I kind of needed that tonight. Yeah, I needed that. I
Yeah,
needed
I like
that.
that. That was some good
Definitely.
information.
Very good information. I've been talking to her about doing the Her Strength here in Atlanta and New Orleans. So
Hmm.
we're supposed to be working on that when I go down there in November, for the Her Strength, in Miami. So I really think it's important because, oh God, we had so much. I know I do. Oh Lord, if I ever
You
get the
said we
day, I
hide
just
so much?
hide. Yes, because we go through so much, but everybody doesn't have that outlet, or again, a lot of people just don't trust
Yeah,
people to really say how they feel because
yeah,
they feel like they're going to be judged. So, and again, this is why we have the high rate of suicide, because people just get overwhelmed, and they just they over extremely overwhelmed, and they feel like they don't have an outlet. And so when you feel like you're alone, then why should I be here? I'm alone.
mm,
So that people go through that and they just don't want to talk about it.
that's true.
So, we gotta learn, like Kat say, we gotta learn how to open up and not be afraid to talk about the things that we're going through, and not be afraid to open up and let people know what we're going through, because if you don't, then nobody knows you need help.
Amen.
So we have to, people, we have to be more open. But you can always pray and ask God to reveal to you who you should talk to. Send somebody that's not gonna judge, and it'll probably be a stranger. You wind up talking to somebody that God has sent to you, that's gonna help you at the same time and not judge you.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That is
you know,
true.
you just got to pray, people. Just got to pray.
Got to
Um,
pray.
I I don't know what else to talk about.
Well, it was something that I'd wanted to talk about at the beginning of the show,
I
but
know. Oh yeah, that's right. We just got into it. Sorry.
it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. So this is kind of serious. No, not kind of serious. This is serious. So, um, you guys know that I am an aunt of five fabulous little people in Texas, and just the other day I had something that happened that I am. You can't tell that I'm upset, but I'm very upset about it. So my oldest niece was at work, and she is now a senior in high school. There was this guy that I just put up here. He is a registered offender in our hometown of Brenham, Texas. And apparently he has been messing with her. When I say messing with her, I don't mean touching. I mean like being inappropriate with comments and
Mhm.
gestures and whatnot. And he went up to her job and was saying stuff to her enough for her to be alert and alarm, and she immediately called her mama, my sister, and told her, "Hey ma, this man is messing with me." And her and her dad were heading in the opposite direction, and they said, well, we'll be there in about 10-15 minutes.
Mhm.
Well, whatever he was doing, whatever he was saying, it made her alarmed enough to call her big brother, my oldest nephew,
Oh Lord.
and said, this man is up here messing with me. And my nephew ended up coming up there, and the police and law enforcement ended up coming up there. And so basically there's an ongoing investigation, and I got permission from my sister to talk about it. And let me tell her that I'm talking about it now. But because I wanted her to, she can add some more information in there, either in the comments, or I don't know if she wants to try to come on. But basically, I posted this on posted his picture on Facebook, because he is a registered offender, and like all of this happened with my niece, who was a minor. And immediately was contacted by, because again, we are a small town. Everybody know everybody. Everybody almost kin everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately, hey, that's my brother. What happened? And I relayed the story. And it's like, oh, well, he's been doing this all his life. He's 66.
Oh God.
Hey, Lynn. And then my mom even said, she mentioned it to people at her job, and immediately, oh yeah, he's known for trying to mess with young people. Been in and out of jail all his life. And so we sitting up here like, and when I say we, I mean me and my family. We sitting here like, so why is he out?
Right.
And comfortable enough to do. And he told my niece and Kia, you can add or edit what I say, but he told my niece, yeah, I'll be seeing you walk into work, because they live close enough for her to walk to work if need be.
Mhm.
And that other little girl you be walking with, talking about my other niece. So he is literally watching them. Who knows how long he's been doing? And this is people we know. When I say we know them, we know them. I don't think we're related to them. My sisters may be biologically related to them, but I don't think I am. But we know them, his family. And it's just like, right now we see a lot of this predator stuff happening. I was just watching a clip today where this man, literally, there was a lady coming out of a store with her kids, and this man hopped out of a car and snatched her kid and put her in, to try to put her in the, like, all of this type of stuff is happening more and more and more and more, and people are being more bold.
So
And
where is
this
he
dude,
now?
he's still there
They
in the
didn't lock him up?
hometown. No, he didn't get locked up.
I know your nephew got locked up because he went there to. Yeah, I already know. You ain't got to say it. But since he was getting locked up, he should have kicked his ass. But it's okay. He gonna be all right. He gonna get out.
He out. He out.
This
Yeah,
this
home.
is really sad, and it's really now here's my thought. I know that sex offenders have to register. They're on the registry,
Right.
and they can live in these neighborhoods. But what I feel is the neighborhoods should be notified that there's sex offenders in their neighborhood. And
That's
I don't
normally.
care, but they don't notify the neighborhoods. They can live wherever they want, but they're on a sex registry. But I feel like these people in these neighborhoods need to be notified that you have a sex offender living in your neighborhood. But they don't do that because of retaliation and just people feeling some type of way, and it could harm him. So I understand why they don't do it. But when you have sex offenders like this that will go to jail, get out, and still do the same shit, like, yeah, then they need to make a poster. and
He
put
is
it on the trees and shit for
bold
him.
with it. And he rolling around in a relative's car, and he stays with a certain relative. Again, we know them. Know them.
Oh, just to say he came across the way before this happened. Yeah, I don't understand how he's able to just move freely around like that because he can. I pray that he hasn't done anything to any other child, and now he's just preying on your nieces. I'm praying that he hasn't done anything to any other child
He
that
has
they know about.
harassed his own biological people.
Yeah, they sick. They don't care. He's sick.
And I
Any
and it
man that could look at a child and feel something sexual, they sick in the head. Period.
and as the Lord would allow it, the universe, we're having our 35th high school reunion. And guess who had already bought a ticket to go home? And my sister they happened to hit me up and say, "Hey, this just happened." I'm like, "Oh, okay. I'll see y'all in a minute. I'll be there."
Listen,
I'm just,
that is
ooh. When I
that
tell
is
y'all, it's tears, right? I got tears right here. I don't even want to get started. And my baby, my niece is stressed right now. I'm so mad.
yeah. He needs to. You know what? Everybody needs to make it known now that he's
Whoa.
in that neighborhood, and so he could get his ass up out of there. But the thing is, he needs to be back in jail because all he's gonna do is go to another neighborhood and do the same thing.
Yeah.
And this time he could possibly hurt a child.
Yep. Cause he bold. He bold. They pulling the camera, the film footage at her job right now. Like it's an ongoing thing. So I'm trying not to say too much.
Yeah. And I know it is. I
But
am
he
so sorry
bold
your
with it.
daughter is dealing with this. That's
For sure.
whew.
For sure. She hit me up and she was like, "Ain't he out?" I was like, "Baby, just remember who you are and whose you are." But I really want to tell her F them people. Just
Yeah, I don't no, don't say that.
I didn't
Yeah,
want to. I
uh-huh.
didn't want to.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying not to be that auntie.
Woo.
She was like, "They keep looking at me when I'm at school walking down the aisle." I wanted to say, "Girl, but and them people,
Why are they
whatever,"
looking at her?
because of what happened with.
Because she reported.
No, she didn't report anything. No,
Oh,
I mean
oh,
she
because,
told her mama and her
yeah.
brother, but everything else that happened, that some, other people called. But that's how
Oh,
noticeable it was because it was right there in the open daylight.
oh, Jesus.
Other people called.
Wow.
I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, he needs to be put to a stop.
Mm,
Complete stop.
mm, mm, mm. Child. But anyway,
Wow.
I just wanted to put this out there. And the sad part is again, people already know, like it's well known that he does stuff. Very inappropriate stuff.
Oh my God.
But I was
That
like,
is so
he got the
crazy.
right one this time. He got the right one today. Cause sir, you finna FINNA. You finna be all over the webs.
Yes, I'm about to share that. Yes, yes, I'm definitely about to share that. I'm about to share that and have everybody share it.
It is at this moment that you kind of wish you had some Pookies and Ray Rays
Yeah,
to call.
you you need me to make a call?
I really don't, cause then I'll be dead. See, I hate that. Then I feel bad.
For what? Anyway, on another note, this is even worse than this situation. Um, Last Friday, I got a call from my son. His auntie was murdered in New Orleans on last Thursday night. So
No.
my head been dealing with that. I almost didn't come on tonight, but my head been dealing with that. And I just want to say for anybody that's still on here watching, you have to be, and this was an eye opener for me because you have to be careful about who you want to help and who you want to do things for.
Mm.
So his dad, actually his aunt that got murdered, his dad, that is his twin sister.
No.
I guess she was doing some kind of social work. I hadn't talked to her in a while. She was doing some kind of social work. So she was trying to help this man. And if you guys go online and you look up Broadmoor shooting in New Orleans, that is her. She was trying to help this man, but they wouldn't let him into a shelter because he had a dog. So she let the man come stay with her and her sister, who is in the early stages of Alzheimer's. She was outside. She heard him yelling and screaming. He had a gun. She was coming up on the porch. He shot in her head, shot in her stomach. She turned around. He shot it twice in her back. Nobody knows why. Yep, that's it. That's it right there. Nobody knows. Nobody knows why he did it. What? And my son's father was able to see the whole thing because he had the house that they were staying in was his mom's house. And so there's cameras all through the house. So he actually was able to see everything as it took place. There was nothing he could do but watch his twin sister get killed. And it was literally nothing he could do. She's in New Orleans. He's in Dallas, Texas.
Oh wow.
And the sister that was there, she don't even remember it happened. So just people, if you want to help somebody, just help them. Don't bring them to your house because you never know a person's mental state.
Right.
You never know a person's mental state. And just nice, humble, quiet woman. Just, yeah. Yeah. So that's what I've been dealing with this whole weekend.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So, you know, we got to stay in God. We got to stay in God. We got to stay in God, and it's kind of things like this that really don't make me, I don't want to say question God, but then you wonder, like, a person like her, why like that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to question him, but you wonder, like, why like that? We don't know. I don't know. We'll never know. We'll
Right.
never know. So yeah, y'all pray for the other side of the family. Y'all pray for that. Pray for his dad's side of the family and my son because he is going through it. That was his one of his best friends. He is going through
Mm,
it. He is going through it. So y'all pray for him. Pray for him. But
definitely.
we just living in a sad time, y'all. We just really living in a sad time. People are I don't even know what to say. Just people are just not what people used to be. Like I don't even I can't even put it into words really. It's just a sad time we live in, man. And people They have no regard for human life. They just don't, especially these young folks. They just have no regard for human life. They don't care. They'll take a life in a minute. They
Mm-hmm.
don't care. They don't care. They have no regard. But this wasn't no kid. This was a grown man.
This was a grown man.
This was a grown man.
It says 62.
Grown man. So thank you, Miss Fanny. But yeah, I'm talked out. Yeah, I don't know what to say now. I shouldn't have even said that because now my mind going. But it was a great show. Just don't give up, y'all. Whatever you're doing, just push forward. Make sure you have a relationship with God. Talk to God and ask for some guidance or something. And like Kat said, you're not alone. You have the three of us. We're always here. We're always here. Y'all can always email. You can always send a message. Believe me, we know some counselor, some life coach, somebody that can help you with whatever situation that you have. Maybe we can help you. But just don't give up. Just don't give up. Just keep pushing. Just keep pushing at whatever it is you want to do, and just get it done.
Well, speaking of God, I don't know if y'all knew it or not, but the rapture
before he comes.
had
The date that I have given people, it is the final one. No one else in the whole world will be able or will come with another prophecy for the rapture date. Mine is the final one. Even when I speak, my speech is simple, but the power behind me is undeniable. I am 1,000,000,000% sure that I saw Jesus and he spoke to me, and what I say is true. It is going to shake the whole world. My prophecy is going to shake the whole world.
In the words of Albert Einstein, only two things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity.
Yes.
And we're not so sure about the universe being infinite.
We never know.
But human stupidity, that is a mathematical certainty.
Yeah. It's evident.
Yeah. He threw a word salad in there. Like, he wasn't really making sense. He was diverting. He wasn't answering questions directly. He'd bring up references. Like, he was reaching the entire time. And for me, that just tells me that this man doesn't know what he's talking about. That's just a bunch of lies.
He's talking a lot of bull.
Yeah.
He's talking a lot of bull. The thing is, one thing he should have done, I mean, that's when I see that this person is actually not coming from a genuine place, right? The best thing he could have done is actually apologize.
First things first, be an adult.
He's literally
just be an adult and say sorry.
To the point where he's saying that there will be no other messenger, or rather,
except me.
Yeah, my message is actually final.
It's final. Oh, I wonder who else has said that. Every other false messenger ever said that too. I'm the last, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm the special one. I'm the chosen one.
Come on. We've heard that too many times. You can't say, in this day and age, knowing what we know, you can't come and say, I'm the special one, I'm the chosen one. We live in an age where we...
Okay, so basically what I was getting at is the man that has said the rapture was the 23rd and 24th of September, then said it was the 6th, 7th, then it was the 8th, 9th. Now I'm hearing it's the 15th. Basically what I'm saying is I think we all some heathens because we still here. And the people that have said the rapture was coming are still, everybody's still here. And they looking for this man right here, Brother Joshua, to see if he gonna say something, to at least apologize to the people.
He ain't gotta apologize. He could keep saying whatever he want to say. I know one thing. I don't want to know when God coming. I just want him to come.
The Bible said don't nobody know. So the fact that he out here doing all of this is just hilarious. It's hilarious to me. And it's hilarious to me that people keep, and it's not everybody, but a lot of folks actually believe this dude. And I don't.
Well,
I don't get it. I don't understand it one bit.
Here's my thing: if it ain't come from God, it ain't gonna happen anyway. And who is he? What gives him the right to be chosen to First of all, God ain't passing no word to nobody to tell us when the hell he coming. That's the first thing. He
That
ain't about
part.
to tell nobody. Like, that's just like him going to Kiki and say, Kiki, you go tell everybody I'll be there tomorrow. What?
Not tomorrow.
He ain't going to tell that man to go tell nobody when he coming.
Didn't.
No man knows the day nor the hour, and they
That's
will
what it
not
say.
know until he get here.
That's what it say.
So all those people that, even the people the last time, them stupid people that went selling their houses and their cars and all this kind of stuff, then we know they don't read the Bible.
Right.
Like,
Right.
that's just like me getting on Facebook and telling y'all the rapture gonna happen tomorrow. I know y'all gonna look at me and be like, girl, I know you better go somewhere.
Tavez, you gotta put that liquor down, ma'am.
Right? God ain't telling, he ain't sending no messenger. Not for this.
Right, Fannie Mae. We still here.
Now, God might send a messenger for something else that you might pray for or ask for. He'll send a message through somebody, or he'll tell you himself. But he
Right.
ain't sending no message to nobody to go tell him I'm coming tomorrow.
Right.
What? Because nobody ain't gonna be prepared.
Well, you supposed to already be prepared.
No,
Be
I don't
ready
mean
so you
like
ain't got to
that.
get ready. Oh, I see what
Yeah,
you're saying.
you know what I mean though, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But girl, why is people still listening to that man?
I don't know.
Who is he and where the hell he came from?
I think it's the accent. I think because he's a little brown skinned man with an accent. Now again, it's funny. They don't normally listen to us or think nothing about us, but let a little brown skinned man with an accent say a little something and seem dignified with it. And they believed him. They believed him all the way across the board.
Yeah. Well,
Because he said the Lord had told him.
mm-hmm.
He
I'd
was
have been
a
like, when he told you that?
$1,000,000% sure.
I would have been like, when he told you that? Where you was when he told you? What you was
He
doing?
said he was asleep and the Lord came to him in a dream. That's what he said. That's what he said. And then that's what he said.
People, let me tell y'all something. We said this on the 24th or 25th when we was on here talking about that mess. I'm gonna tell y'all again. The Lord ain't told that man to tell y'all nothing here. Stop listening to that man. Stop going out there and try to sell your stuff. Stop. He ain't told that man nothing. Nothing. Don't be listening to that man. You keep listening to him, all y'all gonna be in hell. Because that's where he going. Lying on the Lord. He going straight to hell lying on the Lord. Don't no. 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 Yeah, stop listening to that man. The lie. Stop listening to that man, baby. Stop listening to that man, honey.
I feel
He is,
sorry for him. I feel
yeah.
sorry for him. Sorry for
No,
you.
I don't feel sorry for him because
No, I mean
he's
the
a fake.
people.
Oh,
The
no, I
people
don't feel
that
sorry
listen
for
to
them
him.
either. I don't feel
No.
sorry for them either. I don't feel sorry for them either because they're stupid. Read your Bible. Read your Bible. If you don't know your Bible, then don't be listening to nobody. So if he tell you you gotta come and go with him to go to hell, y'all going?
I think they're going.
You think well then they go right on. More room for me in heaven because I'm trying to get up there.
I think I think they would go.
Mhm.
Honestly, I really do.
Yeah, because God told them that. Yeah. Mhm.
Them people. I think they would.
Yeah.
Kiki, what you think about it?
Holding hands and skipping to my Lou.
You gotta know the Lord for yourself, baby. You gotta
Gotta
know
know
the
the Lord for
Lord.
yourself.
Like my
Holding
mama
hands.
used to tell me, I can't get you into heaven, baby. You gotta know the Lord for yourself. I can pray for you, But I
Yeah.
That's
can't
right.
get you in there. You got to know him for yourself, baby. You got to know him for yourself.
That's
Definitely got to.
right.
And
Definitely got to.
if you don't know him for yourself, shame on ya.
Shame on ya.
Shame on you.
Shame.
You're right.
You gonna be down yeah where all them other ones down yeah with all that crazy
Shame.
mess. And yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, no. No, we're not doing that. We're
Yeah.
not. I'm
Nah.
not doing
Yeah, that's just I just happened to I went down the rabbit hole a little bit on TikTok and when I saw somebody said, "Yeah, I heard it's been moved to the 15th." I was like, "You know what? This is what we going to do? Every few days, every week?"
that.
The first and the 15th. When everybody get them stamps and they get their checks, that's gonna be the first and the 15th of every month.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Now the one thing
Well,
I am a
anybody
little
out there
nervous
trying to
about
get
what?
rid of their food stamps and their check on the 15th because they think they're going to glory, go on and email the ladies den at the ladies den 23 at gmail.com, or you can send me a message on Messenger. I'll come by, pick it up. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. You won't
I
need
just
it.
need the card number. I don't even we ain't even gotta meet. Just send
Look,
me the info. I don't want to meet with you. Just send me the info.
I just send you my email address and you can zell it.
the-
Baby, you can just zell it right on to me. I appreciate it. In Jesus' name.
in his
Amen.
name, baby. Because
In Jesus'
y'all
name.
tripping with that. I ain't even know he was
What?
doing that again, girl.
Girl, yes. 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 Ugh. It's just, but the way things are going right now, I'm not surprised that that type of stuff is actually working because your boy, dude in the White House, is just out here tripping. And I'm a little nervous about flying Saturday because hello, government shutdown is happening and
Make
them,
sure you check
them
your
people that
flights because
control.
yeah, the air traffic control. Yeah, I gotta fly next Wednesday and I ain't too high. I'm really thinking about driving to Houston. I really am.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, baby.
I know
Mhm.
all about that commute. I don't have it in me. Not right now.
I don't know about that damn plane either. Shit.
I don't have it in me. That is a whoo.
Well, y'all, hopefully um tonight's show brought some light, some peace, some comfort, in knowing that if you're ever going through anything, you're not alone. There's people out there that are going through the same things that you're going through, and that there's always somebody out there for you. Of course, as always, we thank you guys joining us every week, every
Every,
Thursday in the Ladies Den. And
every.
we try to bring educational information, things that you can use to apply to your life and to your daily routines. So we plan on continuing to do that.
Yeah,
If
for
you
sure.
guys have anything that you want us to talk about, there's no limit. First of all, we uncut and we uncensored.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we talk about everything from the rooter to the tutor,
Rooter to the tutor.
everything. So, feel free to hop on and, join us when we're doing a show. If you want to sit on a panel, ask some questions and do whatever. If you want us to talk about a specific subject or anything like that, feel free to email us at the ladiesden23 at gmail.com. And y'all, please, please, please go subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Ladies Den Podcast. Like us on Facebook and Instagram, The Ladies Den. Okay. So y'all, we're gonna get out of here. Tonight was good, but it was heavy.
Yeah.
So we gonna leave it at that, and we're gonna see y'all next Thursday, 7 o'clock.
Peace out, y'all.
Lady K, are you ready?
Hey, thank you for joining us in the Den. You can find us here live streaming every Thursday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you next week.
You got it locked into the ladies den. It's Lady K, Kiki too, plus the Bayou Diva. You know how they do. From breaking news to favorite foods. She was popping in the city, hot topics too. Advice for your issues if you need to grab a tissue. Just wait till a break, they may say something that'll fit you. Amazing guests live on set. You can laugh to your heart's content. They appreciate your love cause it's truly a blessing. My name's Saga Boss and I approve this message. Ain't no room for hazing, purely entertaining. You are locked in to the ladies' den. So there's no confusion, they love what they do. You are locked in to the ladies' den.
The Ladies Den, Thursday nights, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell them Saga sent you.